What is people pleasing?
Okay, I'll take
Oh,
that
go ahead. Yeah,
over.
give them your definition.
This is okay. So, people pleasing is more than kindness, right? So, often we think about people pleasing as just being nice, but people pleasing is when you are editing or censoring yourself, editing or censoring your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors for the benefit of someone else's reaction or based upon someone else's reaction or response. So, it's really about them, and it's about how you feel based upon their reaction. It's not necessarily kindness where you're doing something from the kindness of your heart and there's no expectation. With people pleasing, there comes an expectation that you will get a you from them. That's one of the ways you'll know if you're people pleasing or not. So if you're doing something and you're altering your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors for their benefit, and you're wanting a you from them,
Yeah.
that's how you know it's people pleasing.
Yeah. Did y'all catch that? That's a so when I put it on Instagram, I will be sure to quote you, Dr. RJ.
Yes, I appreciate
I
that.
would
I
be
appreciate
sure
that.
to quote you.
So the other thing Jason and I like to make sure that we're sharing is that this is not like for guilt, right? So if you are a people pleaser, the whole purpose of us talking about it as licensed mental health clinicians is for awareness, right? A lot of times we're just not aware. No one has these real conversations, or people who are having the conversations aren't really experts. They're just going off of their own experience. We have years and years and years and years, at least 30 years combined
Yeah,
of
yeah.
expertise. Yeah, of expertise. And so this is for your awareness, and so that we can give you all just a few tips and skills to start going in a different direction if you so desire.
Right. I share on our master class. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I didn't even know, Dr. RJ, that I was people pleasing. I was in like first year college freshman,
Mm-hmm.
and I was riding with a friend of mine, and somebody called and said, "Hey, we got a barbecue. Are you pulling up?" I was like, "Yeah, I will be there." And then another person called and said, "Hey, we going to do this. Are you coming?" I'm like, "Yeah." Now my friend, she was like, "Jason, do you realize what you just did?" I said, "No, what I do?" She said,
Mm-hmm.
you double booked." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I do this all the time."
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was trying to keep everybody happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Keeping everybody happy
mm-hmm,
um, is impossible. It
yeah.
don't work.
Yeah. We relate somewhere. Something didn't happen that day, but that was my first introduction to like, oh, I'm people please. I'm doing too much.
Yeah. And so when I think about the doing too much, another sign of people pleasing is when you never have any free time. All of your time is spent doing other things for other people.
Next, she said, how to deal with the aftermath after not being people pleased. Will be
Ooh,
upset
yes.
with you. How to keep casual, professional relationships with others after dang that after without I'm sorry with the others after putting yourself first.
Jason, do it over. Pull it together.
I, I know it's such a good question. How to deal with the aftermath after not being people pleased. People will
Yes.
be upset with you. How to keep casual, professional relationships with others after putting yourself first.
That's a really good one. And I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day. So that's a great question. Often when you are changing and setting boundaries, the people around you will need some time to adjust, because all this time you've been saying yes, yes, yes. That first no is going to get some pushback. That second no is going to get some pushback. That third no is going to get some pushback. And that's okay. You can still set your boundaries, and at the same time be understanding that this everybody has to adjust to the change. It's not going to be um, easy for everyone to adjust to the new you, and at the same time keep doing it, keep showing up as your highest self. It's all right for people not to be okay with it.
It's challenging, right? Everything Dr. RJ said, you have to be mindful to not take that personal.
Yeah.
If people are upset with you, that's the challenging part.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you've been saying yes all this time and then a no comes. It's like, what? Excuse me? Even if it's professional. Like that first no is tough on the other side. And don't let up. Like keep saying no, keep setting your boundaries. And as you're more consistent with it, then people will eventually get on board with how you're now showing up. So basically, don't be scared. Don't be soft about it. Don't be scared. It's all right. Yeah, I know again that I saw some memes about people pleasing, and I feel like often we think that people pleasing is like a badge of honor. Like, you know what? I don't want no problems. I'm just going to do this thing. But there are some real problems that come along with people pleasing. One is that you often feel lonely and resentful because you're expecting others to do the same things you've done for them. And so it's like you're doing it for a return. You want a quick return on your investment. And that's not what kindness is about. Kindness is you're doing it out of your heart just because you want to. So think about that. If you're looking for a quick return or expecting if I do this, then they'll do that. That's a big problem with people pleasing, because then it leaves you feeling lonely and resentful and misunderstood.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about so many of the
Yeah.
way that it hurts us to people please, professionally, financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. Y'all, people pleasing is a bigger problem than what sometimes we realize.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of times when I'm working with clients, when we're talking about something as simple as people pleasing, there'll be tears in that person's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it enlightened me to say, okay, people pleasing is it's more than just, giving a yes away. It's now it's hurting you to your core.
Yeah. And it's saying, it's taking your power away from you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's saying no to yourself. And so so many yeses to other people and other things, eventually you're going to be saying no to yourself repeatedly. Now, we're not saying be selfish. We're not saying that. But there's a misconception that if you give, then that's going to make you feel good. And that's just not how it works.
People pleasing be giving someone money just to see their feedback to
Yes.
it, to see your value.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good point. So, what people pleasing be giving someone money just to see their feedback toward it. Like you're giving someone so they can be like, oh, thank you, or they're gonna like post it on the gram, like, oh, look what I got. And the only reason you're giving it is so that you can see that response, and then all the comments under and that sort of thing. That's definitely people pleasing, and it won't last long. It may feel good in a moment, like you said, Jason, on our original broadcast. You talked about how it only feels good in the moment, but it's not sustainable.
Because people, they want more.
Oh,
what's up?
They don't want more.
They want more, right?
Yeah, so, they're definitely gonna want more.
What other question? That's a good question too.
That is a really good one. Often people pleasing is about you. It's not about the other person. It's about you. So I'm doing this to make me feel good, or to make me look good, or for people to see me in a different light, not necessarily about how it's helpful to the other person. So for example, I'll give one. A lot of people will say they only do donations anonymously because they want it to be about other people and not about them. And so, because sometimes people will give donations just so people can say, oh, well, look at me and look at that.